Hey everyone, this is Timothy Charlo with What's Brewing Season 7, and today we are sitting down with none other than Mr. Rick Watkins of Trust Acadiana. But before we get into this interview, roll that beautiful B-roll. Rick, thank you so much for joining me today.
Good to be here.
Indeed. So for the folks at home who don't know, can you tell us who you are and what do you do?
Sure. My name is Rick Watkins. I am originally from Morgan City.
Okay.
I've lived in Lafayette since 1989, and I am the executive director of Trust Acadiana.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And it's in Morgan City. We just finished chatting about Morgan City.
Yeah, we did.
the original oil field of the area.
Correct.
So one of the questions that I was really interested in knowing Trust Acadiana is, how did you get to where you are? How did you become the executive director of Trust Acadiana?
Well, that's a good question. That's a good place to start.
Thank you.
At one point in time in my life, I was in the restaurant business. And when I was in the restaurant business, I was approached by someone who did something similar to what Trust Acadiana does. And I just love the whole concept. I love the thought of getting new customers and you're able to buy and sell things through in a different fashion.
Okay.
So from that, I actually started working for that company once I sold the restaurant. And knowing that I had a good background into what's entailed to run a trade or barter network.
Absolutely, yeah.
So in 2008, I was approached by some folks in Baton Rouge that ran a network called Partners One.
Okay.
They were one of the largest, most successful networks such as ours in the world. And they decided that they wanted to take their concept, which was basically a member ownership concept, into the trade or barter world and take it and duplicate it. Not really a franchise, but take it and branch out.
Absolutely.
I was the first person that they called because they wanted to grow geometrically from Baton Rouge, and they knew that I knew this business, so they called me and we contracted, and that was in late 2009.
Okay.
In early 2010.
And here you are.
That's when the party started.
At the core of Trust Acadiana, would you define it as a barter system?
Well, that's another good question. It's really a lot more than that. We sort of been pigeonholed over the years as being a barter system. Business owners have been bartering directly with each other since the beginning of time. Okay?
I enjoy a good barter.
But what we do is just so much more than that. And it's really more of like a family or a community at this stage.
Okay.
And it's all comprised of local business owners, and we give them the ability to enrich their lives.
Interesting. It's a very, very convenient and definitive choice of words.
Yes.
I like that. So, I'm glad you used that terminology, because that kind of leads me into the next query is, how do you go about hiring staff members that embody that same, I guess, ownership to the psychology of enriching the lives of business owners?
Yeah, good question.
Full of them.
We when we first started, of course, I was the only employee for 2.5 years. I didn't have the wherewithal. The business wasn't at a stage where I can pay somebody adequately to help run this thing. I had someone in mind who I knew had experience in this field as well, and I knew, although I didn't know her well, I knew she was inherently a good person from a good family.
Yeah.
So that was, to me, was the starter in this. So come 2014, I believe, I hired my first employee, which was Kathy Tate.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she had her 10-year anniversary in December, I think.
My, congratulations.
Yeah. And from that point to now, we never really brought anybody in full-time other than that. Again, I had to have the wherewithal to be able to financially compensate someone.
Right.
But my next choice, which I think is going to be a home run, which is relatively recently, is Miss Kayla Godang.
Yeah, I'm familiar with her.
Yeah,
I
you're
think I've met her
familiar
once
with
or twice. Yeah.
Got to keep y'all separated. And she's right now in the process of learning the business, and I've just enjoyed working with her as well.
That is awesome.
But both of those people are the epitome of they're bought into what we do, they believe in what we do, and they have a passion for helping others, which was really the main core of why I wanted to hire each one of them.
So much of what we talked about regarding Trust Acadiana has been, kind of emotionally based. So I want to thank you so much for the time that you've spent with me. I do have some more topics I want to get into. Do I have time for a round two with you?
Absolutely.
Awesome, Rick. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do appreciate it. For everyone watching, I sincerely appreciate the support you all have given us up to this point. To continue that, we beg of you, we press upon you, smash that like button, crush that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything we have going on here at What's Brewing. Until then, cheers.